So welcome once again. This is a free PTE class which is brought to you by Sika. My name is Ruth and I'm your PTE trainer for today. So Sika is a migration agency that helps numerous people and students in their migration journey to Australia, Canada, US, and UK. So, if you or your friends or anyone is looking at migration to Canada, the UK, US, or even to Australia, New Zealand, we are happy to provide our services. Our services include obtaining admissions for students in all colleges throughout these countries with massive scholarships. We also offer free student visa extension and free expert education advice. We also have this venture where we provide free PT, IELTS, and NATI coaching to students because of COVID and because of how the COVID has hit economy. So the free PT classes will be conducted every day from Monday to Friday, Canberra time through Zoom. It is conducted from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and the IELTS classes will be conducted from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock every day, Monday to Friday. So if your friends or you are looking at any of these classes, feel free to join us. The Nati coaching is conducted every weekend on Saturdays and Sundays. So before we start off, this is what I recommend to be your daily practice plan. So I'm just customizing it based on your strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
Can't see my screen, I guess.
I can see PTE versus IELTS.
Okay, I think now you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me improve the thing. Okay, this should be your daily practice plan. So read aloud. I think we have a new student with us. Hello, Minnie. Hi. Hello, Minnie.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Ruth, and I'm your PT trainer for today. Is this your first lesson?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. And my name is Komal,
Hi,
and I'm not Mini.
okay. I'm sorry. I just saw your name as Minnie, and that's the reason why I addressed you as
Ah,
much. But I'll keep
I'm
in
not.
mind.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay, and is this your first lesson for PTE?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any PT lessons anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and have you attempted PT anytime?
Yes, ma'am. Just 1 month before.
A month ago. And you trained using online resources, is it?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So you're aware of the test itself and everything, I
Yeah,
guess?
ma'am. Yeah,
Transferable scores and all that?
yeah.
Okay, and what is your desired score?
I'm 7 each, but in the speaking I was lacking, and in others I have got 7 each. In the 3 modules, but in the speaking I'm just six. Yeah,
Okay, maybe it's because of lack of technique, that's okay, but
yeah, yeah.
that you were able to achieve your desired score, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ma'am.
And do you know when you're planning to sit for your test?
As soon as possible.
So have you given yourself about 4 weeks now?
Yeah, ma'am.
4 weeks, is it? Do you have 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, many we are planning to start off with listening practice today. Meet Nivedita, she's one of our regulars as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think you must be familiar with the test type itself. So, we'll practice a bit of listening today.
Yeah. Yep. Okay,
Uh,
ma'am.
Before that, I was just talking to Nivedita about daily practice, and this
Yeah.
should be your plan for daily practice.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bit, I mean, you can use it, but it's a bit customized because she has been practicing for some days now. So I'm aware of her um, plus
Yeah.
points and minus points.
Yeah.
But this, you can tweak this as per your judgment about yourself too.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
ma'am.
so this should be your daily plan because read aloud is contributing a lot of points to reading. I suggest that you do at least 30 read alouds every day. And the most important thing is listen to your recording. So while you're listening, this should be your checklist. If your content is perfect, okay, we have another student today. Okay, so this should be your checklist. Is your content perfect? Is your tone flat enough? So this should be your checklist. You're checking when you're listening to your recording, you're checking, okay, is my content good enough? Have I added anything? Is there any replacement? Is my content as it is? Then you check if your tone is flat enough. And the third thing that you do is you check if your speed is okay. Speed is consistent, or if it's varying or not. So this is what you're checking. So there should be no variation. You're also checking if there is any hesitation, or if there is any repetition, if you're pausing for a long time. So this is also one thing you'll check, if your pausing is planned. So this, you'll be listening to your recording, and this is how you check if your read aloud is going well or not. And the second thing that you should do is your repeat sentences. So you repeat sentences, as much as I know, you're okay with this, but I still suggest that you do at least 50 every day. This can be done even when you're cooking or cleaning. So practice at least 50 every day. So if you can't sit down at a place and practice, you know that you can go to YouTube. There is this channel called Career Goals.
Mhm.
There is this channel called Career Curve. So you can just put in your headphones and practice using this channel. So go on to, you should be completing May, so this is April, right? So April 2021, then you go on to March 2021, then Feb 2021, go backward, maybe until, so go backward until maybe October 2020. So repeat sentences, look for most repeat sentences. There is another channel or another forum which I have seen that questions repeat from. So the reason why I'm suggesting this is many questions repeat from this channel. There is also one more channel which is called, I mean, one more practice website which is called Language Academy. I've heard that their prediction files are pretty good. So practice your repeat sentences from here as well. There is another one I've heard of which is good, your APE Uni. So in this order. So first clear everything in your YouTube. So this can be done in time to sit down and practice. This has to be done using YouTube. So this also is your daily practice. The next question type which you're practicing every day should be describe image, about a 10 questions. Again, listen to your recording, which is important, because if you're practicing by yourself, you should listen to your recording. So here you are checking if your tone is flat, if your speed is consistent, if you're not raising your voice up and down, whether you're speaking in groups of three. You're checking, am I speaking in groups of three, or have I spoken 4 words or 5 words? So you're checking if your tone is flat, if your speed is consistent, then if you are continuously speaking in groups of three, if you're pausing after every sentence. This is your checklist for describe image. Nivedita, any doubts?
Sorry?
Any doubt?
No.
Okay, Komal, I know it might be new to you, but are you able to understand me?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
So this is how you check by yourself if you're not in class and you're doing it by yourself. And then if you're practicing your retell lecture, this is your checklist for retell lecture. So at least 10 every single day, listen to your recording and you're checking if your tone is flat. So even if content is finished, repeat content till, you'll also check if you're speaking till, whether am I speaking till 35 or 36 seconds and whether I'm wrapping up in the end. So this also is a very important thing. Shouldn't speak too early, shouldn't speak for a long time. So I think so far that's your speaking. Then comes your reading. I know we have not been practicing a lot of reading because there is no big strategy that I can give you here, but you need to practice. So your reading, I suggest for your fill in the blanks, reading and writing, or your drop down fill in the blanks, you should be doing at least 30 to 40 every day. Practice from APUNI first and real PTE. So simultaneously, maybe 20 here, 20 from here. So what you see that the prediction file is done too after your before your exam. Every question from prediction file as well as these two websites has to be covered. Please don't neglect it. Go through the grammar rules that we discussed that day, and follow it. So your job is to get at least 4 out of 5 blanks correct. Same thing for your drag and drop blanks. 30 to 40, same story. So just copy and paste it. Oh, what did I do? Okay, so from APUNI and Real PT, the prediction file, go through the grammar rules. So then reorder paragraph is important. So practice from APUNI and Real PT. Practice at least 20-30 every day. Okay, so your job is to make at least 2 correct pairs. Then comes your listening. For your listening, shouldn't go to sleep without doing at least right from dictation. I think you're pretty good with this, but you still need to practice. So double practice both repeat sentences and right from dictation, at least a 50 from APUNI, Real PT, and career goals. So since you can do this, I won't give you any room for error. So there should be no room for error because you're pretty okay with this. Komal,
Yes, ma'am.
this is for you as well. So
Mm-hmm.
at least 50 of these questions every single day.
Yeah.
Practice
Okay,
from
ma'am.
Uni, Real PT, and the
Mm-hmm.
career, and then go to other resources because your questions tend to repeat from here.
Okay, ma'am.
So here your checklist should be: have I started with capital, ended with full stop? Then you will check if your spellings are okay. Forms of words, whether singular, plural, and tenses. So this is your checklist. So you should be listening carefully for this. Then Your second question type after this is your fill in the blanks. At least 30 or 20 to 30 questions depending on you, then from the same resources. Then your checklist is you'll be checking for capitalization, then forms of words, no room for error here as well. Because then your third question type here is summarize spoken text. Spend maybe, since you're pretty good at this, I suggest you spend time maybe doing about 5 to 6 questions. Then same thing. And then here your word limit also matters. Whether it is 60 plus words. I think this should be done. And then every alternate days to highlight incorrect words, or if you can do it every day, because even this is important. Highlighting, summarize written text, which is, and then essay, and other questions. Okay, also practice highlighting correct words every day, maybe about 10 or so. This has to be your daily plan. You can't go to bed without doing this every day. Okay. So I'll just save this. Okay. So now let's start off with listening. So the website I'm going to use today is called realpt.com. Okay, I'm going to use Real PTE. I'm going to play the audio and I hope that you can hear it. So this is the website. It's called realpt.com. Komal, are you familiar with this website?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right then. So we'll start off with listening. We're going to do summarize spoken text. You know your task requirement. Listen to the audio. Note down at least 20 to 25 keywords or phrases. You can do a combination of all of it depending on your comfort, depending on how easy it is for you at that point of time. If you can grab chunks, grab chunks. If you can grab keywords, grab keywords. But at least 25 keywords, 20 to 25 keywords. And then you put it into the template. So I'll just show
Is
you.
there any template for it?
Yes. So I'll just show you the template that we are using, or that that even I use this for my exam as well. But if you're using a different one, it doesn't matter. You can feel free to use it. So this is the template that so it's pretty easy. You enter only your keywords and you separate your keywords in group by comma. So there is a space after every comma. Is this the same template that you use?
Yeah, ma'am. In my exam, I did this, but now I have changed it.
So what? How does your template start?
Yeah, the main focus of the lecture was on first keyword, and then the speaker mentioned about number of keywords, and then secondly the same as yours, and at end to conclude the lecture was very informative.
So how many keywords are you putting it? How many keywords are you putting in?
Mama, around 15 plus.
So your template has how many words? Are you aware? without the
I'm
keywords?
around 55 to 60.
Okay, all right. I'll take a look at it. You can feel free to use your own
But
template.
now I have changed. I just write as it is, whatever the speaker mentioned, and then I just wrote as it is, about like the lecture, according to the lecture.
Okay, that's all right. I think
Yeah,
we have
I will write. I will write. If we will do two now, I will write both ways.
okay. So does I would like to see the one that you have been practicing so far. In case
Mm-hmm.
it's useful, maybe I'll adopt it as well. But if not, you can
Okay, ma'am.
adopt this. It
Yeah,
depends
yeah.
on you. And
Okay, ma'am.
I think we have a new student with us. Hi, I can see your name as iPhone. What's your name?
Komal, ma'am. Komal.
No. Hi.
To other person.
Yeah, we have another student who has joined us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Hi. I can see your name as iPhone. What's your name? Hello. Um. Okay. Maybe I'll chat so that you'll know I'm talking to you. So. Okay. So before that, you already know that how many points will your summarized spoken text carry? Do you remember?
10.
10 points, and it also gives you points to
10 minutes.
you'll be given 10 minutes and you're given 10
Writing.
points. It gives you points to writing. So this question
Yeah.
type can give you about 4 to 5 points to writing, and
Mm-hmm.
you're marked for content, form, grammar, vocabulary,
Already.
spellings.
Yeah.
So you don't worry too much about content. If you're taking enough keywords, don't worry about your content. Form is you have to write between 50 and 70 words. I strongly recommend above 60 if you can, 60 plus words. Your
Yeah.
grammar, don't worry about it. Always remember there's comma after every comma there is a space, and then before your last keyword there should be and. So that's other than that you forget about everything else for grammar. Vocabulary, if you're carrying or if you can grab the same keywords as in the audio, you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to worry about this. Spellings, this is the only place where you have to be actually careful.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're very sure about writing it, don't write the spellings, especially if it's names of people and all that. Okay. Take a picture of this template, please, if you are, no, if you don't have it.
Already taken.
Okay, you've taken it already, and I was talking to the other student as well. Is this Bulor? No, right? Okay. All right. So I'll just start sharing my screen. I hope you have your pens and papers ready with you. So, so you know what to do. Listen carefully. Take down 20 plus 25 keywords at least, and take down notes using those columns. So draw 3 lines or make 4 columns and take down your notes. So let me show you how that is done. So you have your paper with you. You write down, or draw 3 columns or 3 lines, or you make 4 columns like this. So column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. And you write down your keywords as you listen in these columns. So I will expect you to write at least 25 keywords, at least 20, 25 keywords, or chunks of phrases. It doesn't matter as long as you do it. It doesn't matter to me. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me a minute. I think there's one more student who is joining. I'm sorry about the disruption, not disruption, but you know the gap in between. Hello, Ashish. Hello, Ashish or Ashish. Hello, Ashish. Okay, I think he left. Maybe he was shocked because I called his name as soon as I got in. Maybe, or she. Okay, so let's start off with listening. At the count of three, I'm going to play an audio. So this is not your question. This is not your question. I'm going to check out predictions. So if you can't hear, let me know right in the beginning in the chat, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and
Both fruits and milk contain sugar, and this sugar is healthy sugar. Many people have heard that sugar is bad and think that this must also therefore apply to fruits. Unhealthy sugar is normally found in desserts, ice cream, etc. It's much easier to consume excess sugar from foods and drinks that contain free sugars. Free sugars include these same sugars, but in this case they have been removed from their naturally occurring source, rather than being eaten as natural part of fruits, dairy products, and some vegetables and grains. This includes sugar that is added to food and drinks by food companies, cooked for consumers. Many people drink juices, and this is a healthy approach. But directly eating fruit is better because the human body can process this easily. It is better to eat a small piece of fruit, which our bodies can digest better rather than drink smoothies or more than half a cup of fruit juice because it is the same as drinking soft drinks.
I'll expect your answers in 5 minutes. I'll expect your answers in 5 minutes, okay? So I'm timing you for 5 minutes. Okay. I think Komal has put it in. Okay. I think we have another student who's joined us today. Hello, Gurkirat. Hello, Gurkirat Kaur. Can you hear me? Hi, my name is Ruth and I'm your PT trainer for today. Is this your first day?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and have you taken PT before?
Ma'am, no.
So you have no clue, nothing about PT.
Ma'am, I have just overview.
You have an overview about PTE, is it?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay, so welcome to today's lesson. Um, um, so what we're doing here is, so this is Nivedita and Komal, the other two students that you can see. They have been quite familiar with the strategies and things. We've been discussing it for some time now. And Komal, who just came in today, she's familiar with the strategies too. So what I suggest is, Gurkirat, if you want the strategies, I can do that for you. Today we'll just be conducting the listening lesson, but if you can come in tomorrow or on Monday, I can give you all the strategies in detail. Will that be okay with you?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
So today you can see what the others are doing or just stay back. I'm sure this is going to be helpful for you. But if you are coming in on Monday, then I'll give you a PTE as a whole in a nutshell and what you need to do and the score transferables, the strategies and everything. Will that be okay?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay, so I'll start from the beginning for you on Monday. So, can I expect you on Monday? Will you be there? So, I'll prepare the lesson based on that.
Yes, okay, ma'am.
Okay, so if you're coming in on Monday, maybe out of the 2 hours, for the first 1 hour or so, I'll just explain to you what PTE is, and then we can practice a little bit of maybe PT speaking on Monday. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. And Komal, can I expect you on Monday?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can practice PT speaking because that's where you find that area is where you find challenging, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can practice PT speaking on Monday. I'll give you your feedback
Yeah.
and all that from Monday onwards.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Okay.
All right then. So that's done. I'll see you then on Monday, 11 o'clock Canberra time. Okay, both of you.
Okay, ma'am.
All right then. So I'll just check your work. So good,
Mhm.
Kirat. So Nivedita and Komal, they have attempted this question type in listening, which is called Summarize Spoken Text. So I'll just check their work. You can see how it is done or how they did it. Okay. So this is what was this? This was Komal's work. So this is mine. I'm just deleting it. This is Komal's work. So the word count is 60. The word total word.
Yes, ma'am.
Not sharing the screen.
I'm not. Okay. Right. Okay. So this is Komal's work and it has 60 words. The main focus of the lecture was in food. Firstly, the speaker mentioned about sugar, comma, space, unhealthy issues, comma, space, soft drinks, free sugar, and so on. Secondly, he emphasized on free sugar products, naturally occurring vegetables, healthy approach, and human body. Lastly, he talked about fruit juices and some drinks. To conclude, the lecture was very informative and meaningful. For the last point, if you have more, you can remove this and you can just put to conclude. the speaker highlighted about, or to conclude, the speaker also mentioned, and you can put in more keywords. That'll
Ma'am, actually, I didn't get more keywords this time, so that's why, because the sound was not very clear.
all right.
So that's why I didn't get much. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And one more question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like before and we have to put some commas here, like healthy approach comma and human body, and on the upper as well free sugar comma and so on.
So
Or
for
no?
this there is no need of comma, because the so on is not a real word. I mean, not a
Okay.
keyword. So here there's no need of comma, but here definitely you need to put in a comma.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am.
All right. So I'm taking a look at Nivedita's work. She's pretty okay with this. She's familiar. Just saying if she's done it well, like all the times. So this is 68 words. Good. The speaker provided brief information about fruit, milk, healthy sugar, and sugar is bad. First of all, the speaker discussed about desserts, ice cream, excess sugar, and free sugar. Secondly, the speaker also mentioned naturally occurring source, dairy, food company, and juices. Thirdly, the speaker also mentioned, so I think you remove also. Speaker also highlighted directly eating fruits. Discussed about. I think you'll need to put mentioned about as well, because we're putting in keywords. So if you're putting in words, put about. If not, if you're putting in phrases and phrases, just put mentioned or highlighted. I think here also you need to put about. Directly eating fruits, body digest, and fruit juice. In a nutshell, there was important information on soft drinks, sugar from fruit, vegetables, and milk. That's a job very, very well done. So there's no spelling errors. Are you sure this has a hyphen? I'm just nitpicking.
It does.
Okay, so well done on that. So Gurpreet, there is a template for what we just did. Okay, so I'll just give you that. Take a picture of this if you can. Please take a picture of this if you can. Let me know when you're done, okay? Otherwise, I'll keep telling it over and over. Take a picture, take a picture.
You're saying it to Gurkirat Kaur.
Yeah, Gurkirat Kaur, can you please take a picture of this?
Ma'am, I had screenshot this.
Okay, all right. So, okay. Guys, if it's okay with you, please call me Ruth, okay? When you call me ma'am, I feel like I'm getting so much of respect and I have to give it back, but I can't do it in the same measure. So call me Ruth. My name is Ruth, Ruth. Just call me Ruth, I'll be more comfortable. So let's do another one, the next one. So I'm going to play an audio and I want you guys to listen, take down 20, 25 plus keywords, okay? So what I suggest is draw 3 lines or make 4 columns like this, okay? And then write down your keywords. Any doubts?
No.
So in your PTE also, Gurkirat, because you're new, you will be given a laminated book. You're given book, you're given a pen. Okay, so you can draw or write. So it's a big book. You'll have enough pages. So you can always draw 3 columns or make 4 columns. Draw 3 lines and then take down your keywords as much as you can. Okay, minimum of 20 plus.
Okay.
Okay, so ready for the next one, guys? I'm going to. So Gurkirat, this website is called Real PTE. It's a free practice website. It's called realpte.com and it's free. Okay, so there are other websites like apuni.com. This is also free. Please make a profile here. This has plenty of materials to help you practice. All right, let's do the next one. At the count of 3, I hope you have pens and papers and everything with you. Or if you need 30 seconds to go grab it, I can give you that. All of you have everything?
Yep.
Okay, at the count of 3, I'm going to play the next audio. 1, 2, 3, and start.
The Human Rights Act can be seen as far-reaching and some would argue controversial in the UK history of rights. At the same time, it can be described as a somewhat cautious document that provides the starting point for wider application of the law to rights. In many ways, the freedoms and protections contained within the Human Rights Act were not new to people living in the UK. The output of the UK law influenced most of the clauses in the European Convention on Human Rights. The convention itself was devised following the end of the Second World War by the Council of Europe. UK lawyers played a significant role in the drafting of the convention, and the UK was among the first governments to ratify the convention in 1951. Rights are sometimes described as being of a positive or negative nature. That's to say, some can be expressed as a right to, and others is freedom from. The 1998 Act put into place 15 specific rights and freedoms, which include rights to liberty and security, a free trial, free expression, free elections, and the right to marry and found a family. There are also freedoms from torture, from slavery or forced labor, and from discrimination on grounds such as race, sex, religion, political opinion, or social origin. The Human Rights Act has been described as the start of a process. The Act itself does not expand on the provisions made by the European Convention, which some would consider as following a baseline or minimum standards for human rights.
Guys, I'm going to time you again for 5 minutes. I'll expect your answer on the chat in 5 minutes. Gurkirat, it's okay even if you attempt it, okay? Don't worry, just put in your answer. Okay, your time starts now.
Ma'am, I'm just trying.
Okay, try. I'm not going to judge you. Don't be afraid.
Okay, ma'am.
time's up. Have you posted it? I think everyone has done it. I'm sorry. Maybe there's two full stops in the end. Okay, so I'll just share the screen. This had plenty of content. So this was mine. As you can see, I have done one word extra. So I'll just put a remote brief. So I'll just take this off and I'll post in Nivedita's work. This is again mine. Chat. This is you. So I'll post it in. So that's 75 words, girl.
Okay.
The speaker provided brief information. So if you're having extra, remove off brief. It doesn't matter much. Then about human mind, far-reaching, controversial, and provides. So no need of this word as well.
Yeah.
First of all, speaker discussed about wider application, UK law, Second World War, freedom and protect. So you put a comma here. One and is enough. Secondly, the speaker, so if you have this verb, right, if you're putting in words and if you have a verb like this, always make it into a noun form, if you remember.
Okay. Yeah.
Then secondly, the speaker mentioned about significant role government and first government and rights. Thirdly, the speaker highlighted about positive or negative security, free election and right to marry. In a nutshell, there was important information on slavery, forced labor, human rights, European Convention on Human Rights. So it's all making sense. So what we'll do is, in a nutshell, there was important information about. So you just remove this. In a nutshell, all this were mentioned.
Okay.
So you're just tweaking it to put in more content and less of fillers. Okay, so you can tweak it as you like, Nivedita. You don't have to stick to that rigid thing.
Okay.
Speaker mentioned about significant role, first government and rights. Now, European Convention, is convention supposed to be in capital?
Yes,
Are you
because
sure?
there are UN conventions
Okay,
where the countries ratify, so it has to be capitalized.
okay. And human rights are also capitalized. You
Yeah.
should have this. Okay, because it's a title, is it?
Yeah, because as we have WHO,
Okay.
they're similar.
Okay, all right. So this is a job well done, except for too many words. So remove all the insignificant words so that you'll end up with only
Required.
important words. And if you are taking keywords, and if your keywords are verb, nominalize it or make it into noun forms. So if you have protect, make it protection. If you have highlight, write it as highlighting. Or okay,
Highlighted.
yeah. So make it into
No,
noun.
we can't do that. So I was
Yeah,
just writing whatever I heard.
heard.
Ma'am, I had just tried this.
Okay, I'll take a look at your work. So I'm just give me a minute, please. So the next one, I'm taking Komal's work as well. Gurpreet, can you please post it in chat? Your work, please. I'm sorry, Gurkirat. I'm sorry. I have a student who's called Gurpreet, so I keep. I'm sorry, Gurkirat. Can you please post your word on chat also? Your work on chat, please. So, Komal, this is your work, 63 words. The main focus of the lecture was on human. Firstly, the speaker mentioned about UK history, same time. So you can put a comma. So you can put and instead of comma. Document, freedom, protection. No, that's correct. Document, freedom, protection, people, Second World War, first. So this is a name of an event. So capitalize it. Capitalize it. First, government and so on. Secondly, he also emphasized on positive and negative nature, free elections, celebrities, discrimination such as sex and religion. To conclude, the speaker quoted an epitome of minimum standards of human rights. So this has no big issues except for that. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
capitalization. This is a
Yeah.
job well
Okay,
done,
ma'am.
and I think Gurkirat has posted her work as well. So I'm just checking your work, putting it up here. I know this is your first time, you don't have to worry. So your word limit is a bit less. So the word count for this is between 50 and 70 words long. Gurkira, this is between 50 and 70 words long. Are you able to understand me right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is about 44 words. So somehow you have to make it touched at least 50 words. Okay, so that's one thing, not a word less than 50, not a word more than 70. I know you were not too aware of the rules and things. Don't worry about it. I'm just letting you know. So after full stop, there is always a space. Okay, so after full stop, always a space. After comma, space, always. Not just here, every time you write, everywhere. So this will help you to get more of grammar points. The speaker tells about the UK history. People have freedom, comma. So after comma also there is space everywhere. Freedom, liberty, and can elect freely. Speaker also mentioned or mentions anything about the significant role played by UK. Talking about humans is also mentioned here. To conclude, to conclude, there's no need of this article. All information given by the speaker is useful and meaningful. So I think you were not able to take notes, right? Good, Kirat. You had an issue taking notes. You had problem with notes, I think, note taking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it comes with practice. Don't worry about it. At least do about 5 to 6 or 7 every day so that your note taking skills improves.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so guys, let's do one last one and then we'll start off with fill in the blanks. So before we continue, Komal, do you know the hack for all your multiple choice questions? Komal, are you familiar with the hack for the multiple choice questions? Is she there or no?
Yes, no.
Uh, are you familiar with the hack for multiple choice questions? Just ask her on chat. Komal,
Yes, ma'am.
are you familiar with the hack for multiple choice questions?
No, ma'am.
So, what did you do when you were practicing, when you saw multiple choices? What did you do for those questions?
I'm just first read the question and then have a little bit look at the options and then concentrate just
Okay. So
on the
before
lecture. Yeah.
okay, so before we move on, I'll just give you a hack for that. So because you are managing your own time, so section one is all this summarized spoken text. After which you'll be entering into section two. In section two, you only have about 18 to 21 minutes, and you have 7 different types of questions to solve. So I'll just give you a list of important, not important questions. Please mark the questions that I'm telling you now as not important. So the questions I'm going to tell you now, mark it as not important. Both of you, Gurkirat and Komal.
Yep, ma'am.
So mark unimportant, not important question, multiple choice, multiple answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Mark highlight correct summary as not important.
Okay, ma'am.
Multiple choice, single
Single
answer,
answer.
not important.
Yes.
Select missing word, not important. Okay, so 4 questions, multiple choice, multiple answer, multiple choice, single answer, highlight correct summary, select missing word. 4 questions, not important because we have a hack for that. So for you to help you save time and for you to not waste your practice time also, what do you do in these questions? Most of the time, about a majority of the time, the answer to these questions is the third option.
Okay, ma'am.
So when you're doing multiple choice, multiple answer question, this question type has negative marking, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So do not choose more than one answer. Choose only one answer. Choose the third option.
Okay, ma'am.
So this is multiple choice, multiple answer. What happens here? Audio is played, you're given options. So there is more than one correct answer. So choose only one answer because there is negative marking for I'm sorry. I am a clumsy person. So, God. Okay. So I'm coming back to the same thing again. So give me a minute. I'm sorry. Oh, don't I have it here? So multiple choice, multiple answer means there is more than one correct answer. So choose the third option, please. Okay, so this is how your question is going to look like. Please give me a minute. Can be utterly clumsy sometimes.
Absolutism is
Dear Lord. Okay, so multiple choice, multiple answer. This is how it is going to be. So you'll have an audio that is going to be played and you have options. So if you can look at your options, it's in square bullet points. So there is more than one correct answer. That's why it's called multiple answer, more than one correct answer. But if I choose a wrong answer, if I choose a wrong option, I get -1. Imagine I've chosen, choose is a wrong word. So if I've chosen three options and I look at the answer, can you see only the first and the last one is correct? So I get -1 for both of these questions. So I don't take a risk, okay? So in my exam, usually majority of the time, the answer is the third option. So please choose the third option. In your practice websites or even when you do mock tests, the answer need not be the third option, but in your exam, it's AI generated, okay? So it's preset. So your answer is going to be the third option. Choose only one answer, the third answer. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So 4 questions which are not important, don't practice at home, please. Don't waste your time. And that's the hack. So now let's do our 3 important questions. So the time is 12:12. Have time for another summary. So we'll do fill in the blanks questions and we'll do write from
Dictation.
dictation. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
let's start off with write from dictation and then come back to fill in the blanks question. So write from dictation, what happens in this question type? An audio is going to be played. So the audio that you're listening to is going to be, let me bring out the PowerPoint because you guys are new. Okay. So write from dictation is a very important question type. It is one of the most important question type. So mark it with 2 bones and a skull if you want. So it's your most important question type. Okay. So you will have about 3 or 4 of these questions in your test. 3 to 4 of these questions in your test. Okay. So your job is there's going to be just one single sentence. So you'll be listening to one sentence. An audio is played. You'll be listening to one sentence. The sentence is going to be about 8 to 16 words long. It can range from a sentence having 8 words to about 16 words long. So your job is to listen and write exactly or type exactly what you hear. Listen to the sentence and type exactly what you hear. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
How are you scored for this? Every word that you write. So, for example, imagine that you're writing this Word document opened. Please give me a minute.
Ruth, can you share the study plan?
Okay, I'll share the study plan. So let me bring it up. I don't know where I put it. By now, you should be understanding how organized I am, right? Just
It's all good.
so. Okay, I brought it up. Okay, so this is the study plan. This is your daily study plan. Do you want me to put it on chat?
Yeah.
Pin it on chat? Okay, I'll do that. Okay, so I've pinned this on chat. While you're here, how are you marked for write from dictation? So remember, I told you that you'll be listening to an audio and you're going, suppose the audio that you're listening is this: go get me a drink of water. If this is the audio that you're listening to, you're supposed to type exactly what you hear. So your marking criteria is you get a point for every word that you type correctly. So this one has 7 words, so you'll be getting 7 points to to writing and 7 points to listening. Okay, this is how you're being marked. No negative marking. So whatever you hear, whatever you feel you have heard, please, please, please put it in. So start the sentence with a capital letter, with uppercase, with capital, and you end it with a full stop. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Gurkirat, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so this has to be done every single day. If you are doing it for the first time, at least for your first week, please do 100 questions. Okay, if you're doing it for the first time in your first week, at least for the first 7 days, please practice 100 questions every day. So, this will help you to bring up that skill of memorizing and typing. Okay, now if your mind is wandering somewhere, please bring it back because I'm going to tell you what is the strategy. And for you to get your band 7 plus, I want you guys to please follow this strategy. So, this is how exactly you're going to do. Listen to the sentence. I know it sounds basic, okay? But this is going to help you out. This is exactly what I did for my test, and please do this. So, first, listen to the sentence. After you listen to the sentence, repeat what you have heard. For example, you're listening to go get me a drink of water. You repeat what you have heard, go get me a drink of water, and you write down the initial letter or the first letter of every word. Go get me a drink of water. So you write down your initial letter like this. So listen, repeat, and you write down your initial letter. And the second step is you complete your initial letter. You write down go get me a drink of water. So you complete your initial letter after you finish writing. This is your step 2. And step 3, you type your answer in the chat. Not in the chat, in the space provided. Type your answer, start with capital, end with full stop. Then next thing that you do is proofread or check for spelling errors, check if you've added anything extra, removed anything extra, and only then submit. Please follow this, all of you. This will help you, or this will ensure that you get your maximum points for your write from dictation. Because this is a challenge area for many students, this and repeat sentences. So please practice this in the same way. Okay. Komal, were you doing this? Were you following this method?
Yes, ma'am, as it is. Same.
Exactly, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then, so Gurkirat, you also please from now on. Okay. So guys, I'm going to start with. I think we have. So how many minutes should you spend per question? Because you're managing your own time. Spend or practice doing the entire circus, listening, repeating, initial, completing, typing the entire circus. Try and finish it in a minute and a half, 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so in your exam, you can afford 2 minutes. Okay, but if you practice at a minute and a half, see that your speed will be up and you won't have a big issue even if your sentence is very big and all that.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you, in your previous exam or any time, run out of time by the time you reached right from dictation?
No, ma'am.
You were okay with the time, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's start off. Are you guys ready? I want you to chat, put your answers in the chat, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Gurkirat, do you have any doubts?
Ma'am, no.
Okay. I'm going to play right from dictation. Guys, if this is not too clear to you, let me know, okay?
There are still some tickets available.
Not that. I'm trying to find predictions. Okay. Okay, at the count of three, I have increased the volume. 1, 2, 3, and start.
The school theatre study helps students to exercise their activities.
Ma'am, the audio is not clear.
Is it? Okay. So here the answer was
The school sees that it helps the students to exercise the activity.
so the school theatre study helps students to exercise their activities. Was it very unclear, is it?
I guess this audio is like that because previously when you played it, it sounds the same.
Okay, you know what? Do you want me to play from YouTube then?
Maybe.
Or I'll just try Top PT. Let's see if Top PT works or not. Usually it's a bit more clearer, though there are no predictions. Uh,
A number of students have volunteer jobs.
Can't hear at all.
okay, so let me try YouTube. I think that'll be better. Give me a minute. You guys can take a breather. Give me about 30 seconds. Okay, ready? It'll start in another 2-3 minutes. I mean 2-3 seconds. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me know if you can't hear it. Okay. Um, okay, it's going to begin in 3 seconds.
The school theater study helps students to exercise their activities.
Okay. Gurkirat. So I'll post mine as well. So this is the answer, guys. If you can share, see my screen. Blah.
Can't see your screen.
Okay, can you see it now? So
Yeah.
this is the answer. The school theatre study helps students to exercise their activities. So I think there was some mistake in singular plural, right? So the school theatre study helps students to exercise their activities. And Komal, school theatre helps students to exercise their activity. Was this unclear too, or was it better?
The volume was low, a bit low.
Okay, I'll just put it to the maximum. Okay, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to begin soon. 3, 2, 1.
Our undergraduate courses are designed with employmentability in mind.
Okay, good. Kirat, are you attempting? Okay, so this is the answer which I have written to. So this, share the screen. So this is your answer. Our undergraduate courses are designed with employment ability in mind. So it's only where it was designed with employment ability in mind. Okay, so I think both of you have just got one word wrong, right?
Yeah, ma'am. One question, like if we add one or two more, like I put the in addition, then it will be a negative or something like that. They will cut
So
my number.
no, so your points won't be reduced. So the maximum that you can add is about 3 extra words. So what I
Okay.
tell is our, so if I write like this, maybe let me show you on the Word document.
Mm-hmm. Like the is like we can add everywhere. Like
So,
if
if
yeah.
I put it like this, our employment ability or our courses are designed with employment ability in mind. So if this is the answer and I feel I
Mm-hmm.
have to add an extra there. So
Mm-hmm.
after writing the entire sentence before the full stop, I put
Mm-hmm.
in the. And now I feel maybe I missed out an is as well. Or maybe I think this is course instead of courses. I put in course as well. And if I feel
Oh.
this is
At
design,
the end,
yeah,
or
before the,
can we do in between, like I put the
no,
with the.
so I suggest you do it in the end. As long as you're writing this intentionally, आपको
Mm-hmm.
पता है this is an intentional word and you're writing
Mm-hmm.
it intentionally, then you write it after your sentence.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So let's do the next one. Uh, okay. So I'll stop sharing the screen and here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The National Center of Excellence is currently being built. Excellence is currently.
Okay, good job. This is mine. So let's look at the answer. This was the answer.
National Center of Excellence is currently.
So National Center of Excellence, NC and E has to be capitalized because it was the name of a building.
E.
Yeah, so National Center of Excellence, National Center for Excellence. So it was of excellence. So capitalize it. So ready for the next one at the count of, I can't count now, but okay. So it's going to play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and
The research results will be shared with the internal and external stakeholders.
okay. So this is mine, and let's look at the answer. This is the answer. The research results will be shared with internal and external stakeholders. So what happens if you muck up the order slightly? You put external here and you put internal here, nothing will happen. You'll
Okay,
still
ma'am.
complete points. Okay, so if it's just one word that you're swapping, nothing will be affected, so don't worry.
Mhm.
Will be shared with the internal and external stakeholders.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing it and we'll go for the next one. Okay, it's beginning in 3, 2, 1, and
The library is located on the north side of the campus.
We are done.
both of you. Okay, so this is the answer. Let's see it. Oh God. Okay, this is the answer. The library is located on the north side of the campus. So let's do the next one. In 3, 2, 1, and
Roads should be clear so that traffic can move smoothly.
okay. Okay, so this is mine and I'll start sharing.
Here so that traffic can move smoothly.
So roads should be clear so that traffic can move smoothly. So stop sharing. Okay, your question is beginning in 3, 2, 1, and
The theme of the course is to encourage students to develop their creativity.
okay. Good job. So this is my answer. Let's look at the answer.
The theme of the course is to encourage students
To develop creativity.
They're correct.
Their creativity. So let's do the next one. Beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1, and
The car accident happened on Saturday outside the school gate.
oh, both of you did it together. So I'll share the screen. This is the answer. The car accident happened on Saturday outside the school gate. S, Saturday has to be in capital. Have you both
Yeah.
capitalized it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Started. Good job, good Kirat. Stop sharing. I had 2 more hands. 1, 2, 3, and go.
The department will continue to offer 3 new scholarships next year.
This is mine. So this is the answer. The department will continue to offer 3 new scholarships next year. So we'll do one more. It's beginning in 3, 2, 1, and
The change of policy will have a great effect on society.
okay, so this is mine, and I'll share the screen. Share, share, share.
Change of policy will have a great effect.
So this is the answer. The change of policy will have a great effect on society. Will have is the answer. Will have effect on society. So are you guys repeating?
Yep.
Are you guys writing initials?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you guys
Write initials.
Are you guys completing the initials? I don't think so.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
I'm
I
not
did.
writing initials.
You're not writing?
No.
You're writing the words as it is it?
Yeah, I'm memorizing and writing it because writing initial and then it is making hard for me to do.
Doesn't matter, whatever works for you. So when I started off as well, I was really bad at initials because I would forget what it stands for.
Yeah.
So I would write it in short forms and then complete it. So it doesn't matter whatever is working for you, as long as
We want marks. That's it.
that's it. Yeah. So I'll stop sharing it. This is the last one, and then we can start off with fill in the blanks.
What is the time of class? Actually, it is written from 10 to 12. I'm not sure about it.
No, so the classes are from 11 to 1, 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, Canberra time.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Where are you located?
In Adelaide.
Adelaide. And Gurkirat, where are you located?
Ma'am, from India.
Oh, you're located in India. So this is early morning for you, is it? 11 to 1? What time is it for you?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So I'll stop sharing this. Let's do the next one.
On society.
So this is beginning in 3, 2, 1, and
Employers accept applications from all academic graduated backgrounds.
you should still end it with a full stop. So this is my answer. So can you see I have added extra education and educated because I was not sure what it is.
Okay.
So let's look at the answer.
Back.
Employers accept applications from all academic graduated backgrounds. So I think all of us failed to hear that. So guys, let's start off with some fill in the blanks question. So fill in the blanks look like this. We'll just share the information about it. So mark fill in the blanks also to be a very important question because it gives you every blank that you answer correctly gives you a point to listening and a point to writing. So it's very important. So what happens here, you'll be listening to the audio, and then you have the transcript or the words of that audio in front of you. And this transcript, this reading passage has blanks. So while the speaker or while the audio is playing, the speaker will also speak this missing word. So your task is to listen to the missing word and write it in. So what is the strategy for this? So when you write it in, each of this gives you a point to listening and a point to writing. So what is the strategy? Your eyes is on the screen. So you have about 7 seconds before it starts. So keep an eye on where your blanks are. Your eyes is on the screen. Okay. Don't look at the screen. Just look at me maybe. Look at me. So your eyes is on the screen, your hands are on the paper, and your ears are listening. So while the speaker is reading, when he's reading the missing word, you write down the missing word one below the other. So if the first word is apple, the second word is mango, you write apple and mango one below the other, like this, one below the other, one below the other. And after the speaker, I mean, when you if you miss a word, if you miss a word, you put an X and you write the word next below it. So you write one below the other. You wrote apple, mango, you missed a word, then you write the next word below. The reason is after you finish, you know, okay, the first word is for the first blank, second word is for the second blank. If you write one next to the other, very easy for you to miss enter. So write it one below the other. Don't take your eyes off the screen because the speaker is going on speaking. So you will miss out, you may miss out. So remember to move your hand as you read, as you write. One more thing, uh, words after full stop, capitalize. Words in proper noun, capitalize it. Okay, so any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Listen carefully for the sounds of words, whether it's in the singular plural, whether it's in the past or present tense, because that's also important for you. Where is she gone? Okay, so, oh, you're right here. I thought you've gone out of the lesson. Please give me a minute, guys. I'll just pull out a real PTE once again. Okay, thank you very much for being extremely patient. Listening. So eyes on the screen, hands on the paper, write your missing words one below the other, listen carefully for the forms of words.
An economist sees the world based.
So we've done this many times. Okay, at the count of three, someone has given a message. Okay, that's okay, Gurkirat. See you on Monday. So at the count of three, 1, 2, 3, and go.
Higher interest rates have knocked investors' confidence in putting their money into property. Evidence
Ruth, the volume is very, very low.
Standard Life.
Is it very low?
Yeah.
Ma'am, we can hear the like what is written here, but when the blanks comes, then I don't know what they say.
Okay. I'll just try Ape Uni. I don't know, you know, it's so
Yeah,
definite.
previously
Maybe
it
from
was very
YouTube it's
clear.
good.
Yeah,
Previously it used to be very clear, but from last 2 or 3 days,
something, you know, I changed my headphones. Do you think that's the reason?
maybe.
But for me, it's deafening.
Yeah.
Like when it plays, it's deafening. But
Okay. Previously you not used to use the headphones, I guess then.
no, I would. But that was more. So it stopped. I stopped hearing it in 1 year. So that's why I brought this
Okay.
one.
So all the sound is going into your ears.
Yeah, it could be. So the YouTube was also low, but
No.
somehow clear, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope. Or maybe I'll just take this. I took
Yeah.
off my headphones. I'll just close the door and come. At least we'll do 3 or 4 before we go.
Okay.
Close the door. I hope it won't disturb them. So at the count of three, one, or I'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, and go.
Higher interest rates have knocked investors' confidence in putting their money into property, evidence suggests. The insurance company Standard Life says that the rate rises since last summer have led more people to question the wisdom of property investment.
Better?
It was
Yes,
very,
ma'am.
very clear now.
Yes, ma'am.
So this was the answer. First one was confidence. Second one was insurance with A and CE. Third one is investment. Let's do the next one. Eyes on the screen, hands on the paper. Put on your listening ears. 1, 2, 3, and
Well, basically just hitchhiking on the point. If you look at the customers at the Wall Street Journal, the basically financial news, financial people here are people who rely on sound, valid, and tally data to make investment decisions. They look at things and track trends in the industry, worrying about things like profit maximization. If they even suspected that political issues and ideological issues from the editorial page were going to start affecting the flow of valid financial information. If they even thought that ideological issues were going to affect their
okay, so this is the answer. Customers with S. The second one is suspected with ED. The next one is editorial with AL. And the last one is valid. So the last question for today at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Finally, we get a sneak peek of the world's largest interactive video installation that opens in London today. If you walk around Trafalgar Square in the next week, video cameras linked up to a computerized surveillance system will be tracking your every move. As you look down, one of over 1,000 animated portraits could appear in your shadow. These videos were created by people from across the UK who were asked to film themselves for 3 minutes, doing something that best represents them. The installation can project up to 14 portraits in the space.
Okay, so good job, both of you. This is your answer. The first one is interactive, IVE. The next one is surveillance, so that's ANCE. So this is a very common error, surveillance, ANCE, attendance, ANCE. So ANCE words. The next one was represents with S. I'm sorry, the next one was shadow, and the next one was represents with S, and the final one was project. just as it is. Okay, girls, that's the end of our today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson and you learned something. Sorry about the hiccups that occurred in between. What happens when we do online lessons?
Ruth, your voice is not audible.
Is it not
Yeah.
audible at all?
You can put the headphones now.
So I was telling that's the end of today's lesson, and I hoped that you guys learned something today. And this
Yes, ma'am.
today's lesson. And I was also telling that be patient when there is a glitch because it's a expected thing when we conduct online lessons. Don't lose patience because of that, please. And I think keep practicing, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.
What we will do tomorrow? Which section?
I don't know. I was thinking of doing reading. Can we do reading tomorrow? We'll fit in reading and writing. We'll try to add in writing as well. Let's start off with reading anyway.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
And is there any tip for read aloud? Actually, I'm very bad. Not that much, but there is something like there is something wrong in my read alouds.
No,
So-
actually, there's nothing wrong in your read aloud. It's just that you pause in between. Even when you speak, there's a pause in between. You just need to adjust that. I think if you get enough feedbacks, you'll be perfectly fine.
Okay, ma'am.
We'll start with speaking on
Right.
Monday.
Okay, ma'am.
As we discussed with even Gurkirat, and Monday onwards, I'll give you feedback from speaking.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
See you guys tomorrow, and have a great day.
Same to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye bye.